Easy 24/7 Video Tutorial Series, Video 3. Mail Presort, Preparation Tab, Presort, and USPS Forms. Hello, my name is Emily. I will be showing you how to use Easy 24/7 to presort serviced address lists. Start Easy 24/7 double-clicking the icon on the desktop. Alternately, you can run Easy 24/7 from the Windows Start button, All Programs, AES, and click Easy 24/7. There are two help buttons for context-sensitive tutorial help and hint messages. The Windows Standard F1 will open a context-sensitive help file telling you what you can do from the current tab. Click the question mark icon for a short hint message. General help topics are always available from the menu help list. On logging in, you will see your company, and if using prepaid credits, see how many address credits you have left. The third tab is the List tab. The Preparation tab will not appear until you have selected an address list. Click the third tab to see all address lists serviced in the last 95 days for the current list owner. Order number identifies the service list, followed by date, time, age, address count, and service options used. Click the list you want to work with. The tab's title changes from List to Order Number. Both the Enhance and Preparation tabs will appear. Enhance is the optional interactive address investigation and lookup tool and the subject of Video 5. Click the Preparation tab. If this address list has been prepared earlier, previous preparation controls and results would be shown. Since our list has never been prepared, we must set up preparation options and parameters. Clicking the question mark icon hint message tells you to start by selecting Mail Class or print either of the two USPS forms created while servicing the list. USPS Form PS3553 reports CAS DPV address statistics. The PSR is the Process Summary Report for NCOA change of address. The PSR button will not be enabled if NCOA wasn't a selected service option. All reports are printed from the Preparation tab using the command buttons at the bottom. The first three buttons send reports directly to the printer. The last two go to display windows having print icons. For this video, we use a pseudo PDF printer, Bullzip. From the File menu, choose Print Setup or its shortcut, Control-P, making sure Bullzip is the default printer. Printer setup screens vary depending on the printer. This is how we control paper size using Bullzip's printer setup. Expand the paper size, drop down list box, and pick letter. While we are here, I'd like to point out the last option, custom page size, important for custom mailpiece and label design, described in the next video. For now, letter is what we want. Click the command button labeled 3553. Bullzip lets you specify PDF file location. Hard copy printers will most likely spool the print job starting the printer silently. Reported on the PS3553 form are standard USPS required CAS DPV statistics around since the early 1990s. Now look at the NCOA Processing Summary Report, or PSR, clicking on its button. The second line shows your official USPS PAF ID, granting access to the sensitive NCOA Move Update data. The dates are in USPS mandated year, month, day format. There is a repeat of summary PS3553 statistics. The bottom section reports NCOA match statistics by return code. If curious, decipher the USPS standardized return codes referencing Help Service File format. This help file tells you how the service file is formatted. The first field is address key, example, account number. The second field is diagnostics, starting with the suitability code determined while servicing the file, and so on. Most addresses will be 7AA automation discount or 8AU automation discount with a new forwarding address. Suitability codes will come up later, as Easy 24/7 allows you to include or exclude addresses based on this code. For example, you can exclude addresses the post office says are vacant, suitability code 4AV. Appendix A has all the USPS NCOA standardized return codes defined, clarifying PSR statistics. Getting back to the topic, mail preparation, there is only one visible parameter, mail class. You will notice that parameters and options change depending on the mail class chosen for this mailing. First-class letters and cards have a cards checkbox requesting the reduced card rate. Standard and periodical mail do not have a card rate and therefore do not show this checkbox. Per tray appears for all first class as well as standard and periodical letters. That is the number of mail pieces that fit in a 2-foot tray. Standard and periodical flats do not have this parameter because these mail classes are placed in sacks instead of trays. Although all classes of flats can be sacked, first-class flats can be trayed in special USPS flat trays. We prefer the protection that flat trays provide and prepare first-class flats in trays so it too has the per tray field, even though the other flat mail classes do not. When mailing letters or cards, there is a checkbox toggling per tray to per EMM. If the letters or cards are extra tall requiring deeper trays, this should be checked. The USPS calls these deeper trays EMM trays. Presort not only calculates the best rate, but the tray plan. Tray planning requires knowing how many pieces are going to fit in a 2-foot tray. Normal letter trays usually come in 1 or 2 foot lengths. EMM trays are 2 foot only. The tray plan or qualification report will indicate what length tray to use for each tray you prepare. Weight ounces is per piece weight and appears for all mail classes. This value has to be accurate for your mailing to be accepted. The USPS weighs the total mailing and the postage statement reports what total weight should be. There's a very small tolerance allowed between what the postage statement reports and what the USPS observes. You will also see an ECR option, meaning Enhanced Carrier Route, that is only available if you choose the E-Lot option when servicing the address list. E-Lot stands for Enhanced Line of Travel, modeling how letter carriers actually walk their routes and necessary for Easy 24/7 to sort carrier route bundles in walk sequence order. First class does not have the ECR option. ECR is only available for standard and periodical mail. ECR can save your postage if mailing standard or periodical flats. Letters are less likely to have a cost benefit. If in doubt, try both, ECR on and off, checking the postage statement discussed later to see which costs less. Periodicals have another benefit. Carrier route periodical pieces have the fastest delivery. Even if there was not a cost advantage, there may be a good reason to check this option for time-critical periodicals. Personal mail, including statements, invoices, and bills, must be sent first class. Let's look at mailing first-class cards where piece weight is 0.15 ounces. Although standard mail is less expensive, first-class cards are more economical because of the reduced cards rate. If you are mailing a postcard and can choose between first-class and standard, first-class cards should save postage unless you are nonprofit. Why? Nonprofit discounts are huge, but first-class mail does not offer a nonprofit rate. For letters, we provide a per tray calculator icon that opens a window that helps you determine the number of pieces per tray based on any stack size. For this mailing, we counted 72 cards in a stack measuring 1 inch. The per tray calculator tells us 1,512 cards will fit in a 2-foot tray and sets that value by clicking Accept. Having our mailing defined, we can click Go to perform pre-sort preparation. That opens a Mailpiece filter screen, allowing you to eliminate mail pieces based on suitability codes assigned as part of CAS DPV and NCOA service. The largest percentage of your list will be 7 AA and 8 AU addresses with no delivery issues or addresses where a move update occurred. All other addresses will have some delivery issue. Some institutions requiring mailing regardless of suitability code, insurance renewal notices for example, will have to check all the boxes to be in compliance. But if you want to save postage or material for mail pieces that are likely undeliverable, consider leaving questionable address out. Advanced settings allow you to change address labels to proper or uppercase. If the serviced address list has been deduped, the process of removing duplicate names and addresses, you will be shown an option to base the mailing on the deduped or original address list. You can specify an extra line of information to appear above or below the recipient name. The extra line can come directly from an input data field or be a constant. For example, to the parents of. Click Go and a qualification report soon appears. Control+ zoom in, Control- zoom out, and Control-0 return to the original size. Click the Q report button to print it. Remember that our printer is set to letter-size paper sent to a PDF file. The information on the report helps you load trays and is required by the USPS when accepting your mailing. The header specifies mail class, reference number to the applicable domestic mail manual standard, mailer name, date, list ID, and page number of the report. The first 2 columns are tray number and tray size. Tray number is important for bar-coded tray labels. The correct tray label goes in a slot each way. Tray labels tell the USPS how to handle the tray and where to send it. The wrong label on the wrong tray could direct the USPS to send mail addressed to California to Florida. Tray size tells you which tray to pick. EMM trays are only 2 foot long. The asterisk is a SCF flag, meaning that the tray is destined to the local sectional center facility for your area. You can ignore this field, but the USPS needs it. Tray level reports actual sortation level. We'll take a look at the USPS Quick Service Guide for this mail class to help explain what sort level means. Find Quick Service Guides easily remembering to start the USPS Postal Explorer. Its URL is easy to remember, peusps.gov, PE for Postal Explorer. This link will take us to Quick Service Guides. From this page, you see domestic mail and a few items below Quick Service Guide. Clicking on this opens a page where we see 200 commercial letters and postcards. Under that, you see 230D First Class Mail Automation Letters and Postcards. Clicking here takes us to the service guide describing standards for this mailing. For example, under Content, we see the rule about personal mail having to be sent first class. Under Eligibility, we see 500 piece minimum, standard mail is 200 minimum. Keep in mind that although first-class cards cost a bit less than standard letters, you have the option of standard if you have less than 500 pieces required, but at least 200 pieces, allowing you a great rate choosing standard letters. Note the DMM Domestic Mail Manual reference is 235.6.0, which is what appears in the header of the qualification report. 5-digit trays require 150 pieces per zip code. After traying all possible 5-digit trays, go back and tray 3-digit trays. First 3 letters of your zip code. Then go back and find AADC groups with 150 pieces. Sortation level grouping is based on monthly published tables like L801 defining AADC groups. The first column shows zip code ranges belonging in the AADC and the tray label destination in the second column. The quick service guide says anytime we have 150 mail pieces for any of these groups, tray it. Whatever is left over is mixed to AADC going to the Area Distribution Center, indicated in table L201. Unlike other sortation levels where the lookup is based on the letter's destination, lookup for this final sortation level is based on where you mail from. The codes under tray level indicate the sortation level for the tray. Before we leave, note that every sortation level has a price, which you see as column 5B, 3B, AB, and MB of the qualification report. 5DG and 5DGS are zip code sort, and 3DG and 3DGS are 3-digit zip code sort. Further down the report, you see ADC and finally MADC sort levels. These details are needed by the post office and found on this report. Tray zip and tray destination appear on the tray label and as part of the barcode, so the bulk mail center staff are able to scan the barcodes telling them where to send the trays so they make the first critical step in delivery. Columns 5B, 3B, AB, and MB are pricing levels. The denser your mailing is geographically, the better the discount. Your mailing room's interest is in tray number, tray size, and although unnecessary most of the time, you might find tray zip and group destination useful to reference in preparing trays. That leaves us with reports for tray labels and statement. Tray labels are similar to business cards. Avery and others sell business card forms, but you can simply use heavier paper and a paper cutter guided by tick marks we provide to produce these labels. You can use pin-fed labels, changing this option from File, Site Setup. Now you see the label's formatted continuous form feed. F1 from the Preparation tab describes this in detail. What you need to notice on the tray labels is tray number and number of pieces in the lower left. Finally, we have the postage statement. Automated mail postage includes the print indicia, meter, or pre-canceled stamps. Per piece postage is calculated based on Easy 24/7 preparation according to you, mail class, sortation level, and weight specification. Remember, deep automated postage discounts vary slightly depending on sortation level. You declare what you owe the USPS using your postage statement and qualification report. You get a chance to view the statement before printing it, looking at different pages with the page selection drop-down list box. There are a lot of pages to the form, but we only prepare the pages necessary depending on mail class and options you have selected. Let's make things easier and print this to a PDF file, clicking on the print icon in the upper right. You need to review the first page for accuracy and sign it. What is most important to look at is postage due, weight, and pieces. You will manually check NCOA link under Move Update Method. If not specified in Site Setup, you will need to check Type of Postage indicating the payment method. Looking further, we see how the number of pieces per sortation level is used to calculate subtotals. The counts came from a summary table shown at the bottom of the qualification report. Your Easy 24/7 support team wants me to mention complimentary USPS support resources you will need and how to contact them. Mail automation begins with clean addresses and accurate pre-sort preparation, removing the errors and eliminating much of the time and effort for manual pre-sort. Your mail is faster, less expensive, more reliable. Complimentary USPS support comes from their business service network. These are USPS overachievers whose function is to help you use the USPS most effectively for your business or organization. Easy 24/7 support is essentially restricted to Easy 24/7 software and service. Once your mail is accepted at your USPS entry point post office, our job is done. To find local USPS business support, search for USPS Business Service Network Locator. Make sure the page starts https://ribbs.usps.gov/. The UPS link will not take you where you need to go. Then enter your zip code to find contact information for the nearest USPS Business Support Center. The final word for Mailpiece design is the USPS, and their business service network is where design suggestion and approval occur. Our support roles overlap, namely with tray labels where we calculate and print the tray or sack labels. But the paper loaded in the printer is not a software function and subject to USPS requirements such as A. Color, white or manila for first-class mail and standard mail, pink for periodicals. B. Weight, minimum 70-pound paper stock, 500 sheets, 24 by 36 inches. When it comes to extra discounts, set an Easy 24/7 site setup, such as nonprofit, that must be approved and arranged by the USPS, not Easy 24/7. SCF and ADC discount checkboxes are set based on what the USPS tells you the entry zip you take your mail to qualifies for. That concludes the Mailpiece preparation video of the Easy 24/7 tutorial series. The next video in the series is Mailpiece Production tab, where we prepare mail pieces, and video 5 demonstrates our powerful, interactive address lookup. Your Easy 24/7 support team is looking forward to continuing the series and providing ongoing support.